The masters say you should record your dreams. Oh, here goes. I was preparing a meal in two bowls. I think it was chips and fried rice. I added way too much salt in the chips, so I scooped out some salt and put it in the fried rice and then mixed it and then threw away some salt because it was way too much salt. And after doing that, somehow the salt went into the rice and went into the chips. And I was sitting next to an auntie and a girl that I couldn't make out her face. She was pretty though, and they both said that it looked really nice. Might have been in South Korea, because I remember wanting to go and play mahjong, which I normally do. I don't think it was near that area though. It was kind of surreal. So what does that dream mean? Could mean that I need to have faith that even if I add too much salt, as in give too much, people are still going to appreciate it. And I don't need to give too much for people to appreciate certain things. That's how I interpreted it anyway. As well as I think I was trying to meet up with my friend, but he was away or something. That's as much as I remember from those dreams. And those dreams put me out of sync. So, as you can see, it's light out. Still making my way to the gym because it's no excuse week. Even if it is Christmas Eve, gym's open until 4. It's closed tomorrow, but tomorrow, it doesn't matter what day it is. Tomorrow being Tuesday, I've got a barbell at home. I've got dumbbells at home. Can still do a training session. So anything is still possible. If you want to achieve something, you're gonna either go over, go under, go around, or go through. Because that's all an obstacle is. It's just something in your way. And downloading a TV series. It finished their 4 seasons. Just watch the first season and then download the second, third, and fourth while watching the first season. It's apparently similar to Silicon Valley, which I've never heard of, and it's before like smartphones, so should be interesting. Interesting case study. And I think I had a thought about relationships and how if you haven't been through one, then it's a good idea to go through one. However, in this day and age, with people being addicted on their smartphones and social media, it's going to be harder because the chemistry just isn't there. A great example that Vaknin gave was that couples would interact with each other on their smartphones when they're sat next to each other. There's this wall of somewhat denial, because yeah, that's another thing. No more noodles after 11, because I just shat out like a ton of noodles, and it wasn't like a good shit. It was like really bad. But it's all out of my system now, so off we go to the gym, the Nasium. It's gonna be an interesting 2 weeks. It's gonna be a very interesting 2 weeks because the pressure's off. There's no quote unquote work to be done. Don't have my schedule just yet, so who knows if I'm even working on the 27th. Right now I'm just staying cool, listing out certain things. Like last night I listed out one thing I need to read, one thing I need to watch, one thing I need to listen to, one thing I need to play, one thing I need to write. So with that in mind, it's all cool. I think organization wise as well, with writing, I need to see how it's done, like, because I had to collate all my ideas into one thing, into one folder, so that they're all there at a touch. But yeah, looking forward to this training session. I'm not as stiff as I was yesterday, which is a good sign that my body's recovered, and probably that cardio run gave me a bit of a boost. I think as well, in the schedule I wrote down that I wanted to go to the gym in the morning by bus in order to save time for the rest of the day. I'm not doing that right now. Actually walking to the gym, as you can see. Maybe to save money, save £1.50, but it's not a big deal. And I guess as a Christmas present, so today I'm gonna unblock those spammers on YouTube, because I don't think they've got anything better to do, and let the spamming commence, because it's not going to affect me, because I'm not even going to read comments in the new year. And even if I do, it's going to be once per month or something, because reading comments detracts away from my personal goal. So little things that I'm resolving to do. It's a good time to resolve, isn't it? Until it all goes to shit. Part of me wishes that I was in South Korea now. Not because like it would be any nicer, the weather, but because I didn't really want to spend Christmas here. However, with being work, it just wouldn't be cost effective to go to South Korea for just 2-3 weeks, not even 2 weeks. So it's the 24th now. In 7 days time it's gonna be New Year's Eve, and the day after will be 2019. So got a lot of expectation for myself, and only for myself. I don't have any expectation for others. I'm sure others have expectation for me, but that's not something I can live up to because they don't live up. I don't have expectations for them, so why should they have expectations for me? And case in point, there isn't any real value to living one's life in accordance to someone else. And another thing is just being careful of advice, like knowing your groundedness, knowing that you are a polite person doesn't mean you need to go extra. You need to be out of character. Just because someone tells you something, you can always tell where the advice is coming from. If it's I think, then it's just an opinion. It's not really advice. If they say what I did before, then you can listen a little bit more attentively. So that's something to keep forward. And if you're confused, just repeat what they said in order to circulate in your mind. So I guess I'm also walking to the gym to just see exactly how long it takes to walk to the gym. And it's not really that far. This video has been 12 minutes so far. I'm guessing another 8 and then I'll be there. It's about putting that first step forward. It's about trusting that even though you might be fighting your mind, your body might be fighting your mind, that they will come in step, in wavelength eventually, because your mind, body and spirit are 3 separate entities, and for them to connect together, if you write down your goals, then all is good.